so this video is going to be on this school makeup. I literally just painted on Austin for like an hour. I did this video differently. I'm not talking through it. It is a time-lapse video, and I'm going to put the products in the description, and I'm going to put them on the side of the screen, and it's going to be sped up, but you get the gist. This is what I did, and I really like it. This is what we did on Halloween, in the past October, so if you follow both of us on Instagram, you've seen this look before, but it was done in purple, so since I was doing this on a video, I wanted to do something different that no one's seen before, so here it is. So if you want to see how I did this, stay tuned. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this Sephora primer. It's a mattifying primer. It was very cheap. It's just a Sephora brand, and I'm putting it all over Austin's face. I had just cleaned my hands before I did this, so don't worry, I'm clean. And I'm taking a foundation brush that I usually use for like white, and I'm just taking this Ben Nye Cream foundation in white, and I'm putting it all over his face, and I'm cutting out the circles now and not later because I figured it'd be easier to just put black there and not have to worry about going on top of a white, because that's what I did the first time I did this, and I just wanted to make it easier on myself. So here we go. I'm doing both sides of his face, and it was just kind of like making sure I got it everywhere and getting those circles in. I wanted to be really circular this time. The first and second time I did this, I feel like they looked square. He's coughing. Yeah, but I just wanted to be really circular, and I'm just perfecting this and getting the white all over, and I'm going in a lot of like patting strokes. I like this foundation brush for cream foundations because it is a synthetic brush, so it's easier to clean and it's just easier to deal with, because the hairs are just already so fake. And I'm going to take baby powder actually to set this. I learned this trick actually from Austin. Usually I use a translucent powder, but since I was traveling, I did not bring my translucent powder because it's a giant thing of translucent powder. So he was like, I use baby powder, so I said, sounds good to me. And I'm just taking a fluffy brush and putting it everywhere. I put it in my hand first because I didn't want to like throw it on the counter because that's dirty and my hands were clean. So smart ideas on my part, and it got baby powder all over his black pants, and I still feel bad about that. Okay, so I'm taking Candy Crush from this Sugar Pill Sparkle Baby palette, and it's actually a really, really light blue, and I'm going around his jawline, his cheekbones, and the white circle because I'm going to go light to dark, which is my favorite thing to do. If you watch my videos, you know my deal. Light to dark, super easy. And it's super easy to blend on top of. Don't go dark to light. Worst ideas you could have. So yeah, I'm just putting that around there with a fluffy brush. It's just like an eyeshadow brush. And then I think this is where I'm taking, yes, that is Mochi from Sugar Pill. And I'm taking that and I'm going the same places. I'm just adding those and I'm going to blend them together. They're almost really similar, but I feel like Candy Crush is way, way, way lighter. And I'm actually putting this on his nose now too. Whereas Mochi's more concentrated and teal, whereas Candy Crush is more blue. Does that make sense? There's a little more green. Okay, so now I'm going to do the black parts of the skull here, and this is where I need to put a huge disclaimer. The first and second time I did this, I used a MAC it's like you get water in it and it's like dark and it's black and it works really well. It was actually our friend Davi's, but I didn't have that obviously because it was not mine. So I'm using literally a cream from fucking Party City because no one sells black face paint in July. So we just went to Party City and found this. It worked okay. It's just it was creamy, and obviously because it wasn't something that dries and got like solidified and wasn't made for this type of artistry, it was a little harder. So I did the circle smaller than the one I cut out, if you haven't noticed that, because I'm going to put the darker blue in between them and blend them. And I just did his nose, and I did that as like little two spikes. When he turns straight you'll see it, but he was watching TV, so can't blame him. And I'm just putting Sephora's black eyeshadow over the black cream, but as you see it's still not black completely, so I think I do go over this one again with black cream. It's just like layered so it looks darker. I know, tedious work, but if you have something better, it'll work great. And definitely if you're trying to recreate this for Halloween, buy some nice face paint. It's worth it, really worth it, because this shit is shit. And it was really hard to cover. Like when I was patting black eyeshadow on it, it was getting stuck to my brush, which is frustrating. Yeah, here I am putting more on, yeah. Because it was getting stuck to my brush, and I was like, this is very frustrating because, you know, I just spent all this time patting this on, and for it to go away with the eyeshadow. He's coughing again. What is this, Austin? Alright. And now we're getting to the part where he eats a piece of chocolate. Okay, this is what I'm taking. I think this is After Party. I'm pretty sure it's After Party. It's the dark blue in the Sugar Pop palette. It's a really, 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 really pretty royal blue, but I feel like it just comes out very, like, translucent unless you're packing it on. And I'm going the same places and blending it to dark. Sorry, my phone sounded wrong. I feel like this happens every video. Oh well. But yeah, I'm going in with that, and I'm taking a MAC 217 blending brush and blending them together and trying to blend it out. But as you can see, it's like not picking up the black because it decided all of a sudden to dry. And I'm also putting this around the nose too, if you saw that. But yes, just blending these colors together. I'll take that fluffy brush in there later. You'll see, you'll see. But yeah, I blended that eye out, and I realized right after that that I should have done the other eye before I did the blending, because now I'm going to redo it weird. And that's where that little weird mistake is going to come up. But I'm just drawing the next circle. And I start at the top because it's easier for me to know where I'm going, because I know I need to go over the eyebrow, and I know where it's going to land. So it's just easier that way. And that's when I realized I should have done the circles at the same time. So if you're going to redo this, do the circles at the same time and then do the blending. But I still love this one. I think this is my favorite look I've ever done on anyone of all time. And this is when the cream decided to work better with me, and I figured it out. So, you know, things get better. It gets better. So it's still a campaign. It gets better, but it actually doesn't. I'm kidding. It does, maybe. I don't know. Oh, and I added more on top of the nose because the same thing happened with the black eyeshadow. Is when I placed it on to the cream, it stuck to my brush and pulled some of the product off, which is not what you want. So I put more cream on it and then more black so it were to stick in. And there's stretching. Also, a nice shirt there, Austin. So this is where I'm putting more black eyeshadow on top of the black I had just placed down on the cream. And this is when I got frustrated with it because I started scraping the cream out of the thing, and I needed to redo the other eye already with that because this cream sucks. So don't buy Party City's cream face paint. Words from the wise. Don't do it. Really bad. Really bad. So you can see it's picking up the color. I'm not crazy. It's doing it. I'm sorry you're seeing the back of my hair in this video, and I also didn't even brush the back of my hair that day. Focused on the front. When I turn around, well, you've seen it. That fishtail braid was everything. The back of my hair was not. It's okay though. Just chilling. Filming some vids. Good day. Miss Florida. So this is me trying to see how even they are, and they weren't. So this is me fixing them. Always check before you think you're done if they're even, because most of the time, you know, they're not. So here's where more blue comes in. So on this side I realized I wasn't going to get the same effect, so I tried and tried and tried. Here I am trying and wondering why they're not looking the same color, and also blending more and putting more blue on that side because I realized there's more on the other side. I used a different brush this time, and it was a synthetic brush, and it may be part of the difference. But that's when I asked my little Ashley to hand me the Fix Plus because I was going to make it wet, and that's when the camera fell. So the cat jumped at the camera. But yeah, I used the 217 brush and I used it wet with the same color, and it made a way better effect. So I actually recommend doing that on both sides. My brush was slightly damp because I just cleaned it when I did the other side. So they're almost similar, but they're not. And this is when I started painting teeth. So I'm taking just a flat brush and the cream I used before, and I'm painting like little teeth fixtures. But then I realized I needed more white on his lips, so I'm taking just a little synthetic brush and putting white in there on his lips, and then continuing, which actually really helped blend what I had down and pull some of the color out, and you know, make my day. So I'm drawing teeth. This is what takes the longest out of this entire tutorial, is the teeth. I don't know exactly how many teeth a real human has, so it's not completely accurate. But if you're going for accuracy, you could do that. Oh, this is where I carved the little cheekbone thing or the teeth, you know, the smile on the mouth. Yeah. I'm loving this look. This is my favorite look to do. It's not hard, it's just like you gotta do it right. And making these lines is not easy, but it's definitely not hard. And a lot of this is there's not a lot of blending involved in this part. I mean, getting the line straight is a little process, and making sure you have the curvatures of the teeth and how the roots go down and they're like one tooth. I don't know if you can see that, because the way I'm looking at this now, it is very small, but when it's on YouTube and it's really big, I'm sure you'll be seeing all of these little details. The first time I did this look, I think the teeth were way better because of what I used. So, you know, again, don't use this shit. But yeah, I really like these teeth. I love this look. Now he's turning. And I was just getting really precise on these teeth on the side. Like, that's when I just kicked into gear and knew what I was going for and what I wanted. It looks really funny when he has his mouth open and you see his real teeth as I'm painting fake teeth on him. I think it's funny. Like, even when he was wearing it, I just thought it was hilarious. When you got two sets of teeth. Yeah, more teeth. This is where it got really intense on the TV show we were watching while I was doing this. Straight line. And then all the teeth on the sides are bigger because, you know, the teeth in the back of your mouth are a little bit bigger. Molars. I feel like we have like 30 teeth, but I feel like that's so wrong. I don't know. Any dentists out there? Oh, started coughing. Aw, Austina. Okay, this is where I just kind of added more black and finished it up on what I had just done. And look at him. Look at him looking at my work. Okay. Stretch time. And this is where I was looking for this little pencil brush. Okay, so now I'm taking After Party and I'm going in between the roots of the teeth. He's showing me a picture of the first time we did it. The roots in between the teeth and just blending them up and out so they don't look like they're just kind of black and gross. The blue really adds to the look because there is blue everywhere else. I just took a selfie. If you saw that picture on Instagram, let me know. But yeah, I'm adding the blue and blending it with the little pencil brush because it's pulling the black out and it's adding the blue at the same time. I think this brush is like kind of like a fine liner brush, but what I used it for is definitely not fine liner. I got it in a set I got from Groupon. Like, literally, it's not even a name brand set, but it works fine. They're all synthetic, so it's like whatever. Okay, so I had got a text, but I am just continuing with the blending. Quick side note while I'm blending, you know what I'm doing. Austin's shirt is actually a Blood on the Dance Floor shirt. It's a Razor Kiss design, and I will put the link below on where to buy it because I actually really love this shirt and he looks great in it. So if you want one as well, I will put the link down below. So now I am just blending. Shameless plug of my friends. Oh yes, so this is where I add the blue on the forehead because I had done it in the little temples area. I wanted to add it on the top as well because I felt like there was something missing there, and I was gonna add like a spider web, but I felt like that was so lame and cliche because that's very sugar skull, and this is more anatomical, but not really. So yeah, and then I took Candy Crush and I dusted it back in and I blended more, and you know, obviously the key to any makeup look is blending, and so taking that blending brush and putting it in there is always gonna help. And this is where I blended in between the teeth because I had put it in the ends of the teeth. I want it to stay consistent. I know you can't see what I'm doing, but that's what I'm doing. Just making it softer and not as harsh in the teeth area. And just blending everything out so it's nice and beautiful. And look, there he is, looking pretty. Always looking pretty. There we go, done. Beautiful. So that took me forever, but that is the whole look and how it's done. If you like this video, please be sure to thumbs it up down below and subscribe to my channel because I put up new videos whenever I can. I know I took a month hiatus because I fucking got a job, as I talked about before, and I didn't know how to balance my schedule, but I am on vacation right now, actually in Florida, and that is why this one's here. So, yeah. Yeah, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you soon. Goodbye.
Aw.